Hi, this is Miranda from My Scrappy Life, and welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a process video for the Crafty Maven Getaway, and I'm going to show you kind of some of my techniques that I like to do with mixed media. And then obviously I'm going to be using the March inspiration piece that was done in 2025, which is the Spring Blooms. I have the add-on collection, and then I'm using the 49 in Market Flower Emporium starter pack, and it's page 3. So what I did is that I took out some of these pattern paper stuff, all of these little like things that was added to this particular add-on piece, and I'm going to kind of, what's the best word I can say, kind of mat them together so that you can see that you can still do like mixed media and feel like you are using the products, but not like overwhelming of it. Because the one thing that I will say, like Hannah and I have conversations all the time about how simple I use mixed media, but yet it still brings a lot of style to the flare, if you know what I'm saying. So what I did is that I took out 2 of the different types of mixed medium that she had, or that I got, which is the Mermaid Effect paste, which is that one that I just used. And then here is that Astro paste, the Tropical Tango that I've used before. And I'm not going to put it all over the page. I just want to put it to where you can kind of see it. I'm going to mask it a little bit when it comes to doing some different rub-ons and whatnot to it. So they had these squares in there that were purple. And so what I did is that I originally put them together, and then they weren't far enough apart. And so I'm going back in to like make them apart. And I'm okay with it tearing just a little bit, because it's ultimately, I'm just trying to get these together, and I'm working on putting this area, this little, like, I guess this little bit with the photo before my other stuff dries, just so that I could keep going and keep working on what I'm doing. They had this butterfly that was attached. The purple that I used with the photo was one of the papers on it too. Instead of me doing my normal white, I did the purple so that I can kind of keep with the brownness. Now, there was this ribbon piece that I'm working here that was a lot thicker, and I was like trying to figure out, I was like, how do I want this to look? Because I'm not the one thing that is very different for me that is outside of a lot of the other design team members is I don't use a lot of mixed media. I use it in like certain sections, and fibers is also another thing that I don't use. Like, I use it, but not a lot of it. So this is my way of showing you guys that you can use these fabric pieces, fibers, whatever you want to call them. You can use the mixed media the way I do, and it's just small little bits. There's no reason why you need to add a lot. You can, and there's a lot of design team members that do a lot with their mixed media. I'm the simple gal. I'm like the lighter end gal that I like to do mixed media. I like to put it on, but I'm simple with it. I don't like to, in my mind, when it comes to mixed media, less is more. And I want it to be hidden in a way that it just peeks out. Now, I have done pages, and I probably will throughout the next 6 months, but I have done pages like where I use all of the mixed media, and then I get my die cuts out and I use them that way. I've done a lot of those style too, but I wanted to show how you can use mixed media, make it a smaller entity, but yet still have a pop off the page. And to be able to use different types of fibers like the doily and all of those papers are different fibers. What you're seeing me here is I'm going through all of the embellishments that I have for the rub-ons. Now, the rub-ons, I cut them all, and then I went through some of the other pieces that I got for the flower Informium, so that you can see how I used it all, or what pieces I pulled. So this is where I come in, and like I said in the last video that I do have, when it comes to rub-ons, the one thing that you can do totally with rub-ons is add a bunch of different layers and they still stay 2D. Because rub-ons are rub-ons. But you can make it look like they add texture and dimension. It works really well when it comes to that. And so I really wanted to add different pieces within my layering. As you can see here, I did not glue down everything until I knew I was done with the rub-ons. So now I'm adding the blue pieces to this, and then as you can see, you'll see me start to put some of this stuff down so that it is sticking as I'm going through this. Now, the Flower Emporium, I've gotten some of the embellishment pieces that are like vellum, and I decided that that's what I'm going to do on the sides here with these bigger leaves. Or I guess like fern leaves, however you want to call it. So this is where I am like going to start putting down all of my bigger embellishments in my photo now, because I feel like I have put enough of the rub-ons underneath, and now I'm going to add on top of what I have. So I gathered up all of the little bits that I didn't use for my background, and now I'm going to be using those for my title pieces, like my little word sayings, titles, and all of that. I really, really loved how this turned out. I really loved how I kept it all into this one side and really didn't do much on that other side. That is the one thing I do like about Vicki Boutin, is you can take these pieces that she uses for papers and do a lot with them. And I used one page. So far, out of the Paper Emporium like starter pack, I've used 2 pages. That's it. Now, have I used a lot of embellishments? Yes. Am I going to run myself into trouble? Yes. Am I going to have to probably add to my stash or from my stash? Yes. But that's because I am a huge embellisher, and that's always been my theory. It's always more is more. And I'm just kind of going through and adding this different stuff. This photo was the last photo I took before 2024. And this was a little bit of the startup of when the person that took a lot of the toxicity, and it wasn't really showing as much at that moment or at this moment. But this is the last photo that I took, and then it kind of started to go downhill from there. Like it was a lot. I'll admit it was a lot. And so because of that, we worked it out. It worked somewhat, and then it really went downhill, hence the reason why I took that break and all of that, and I came back. So this is like why I put all of these little like these little sayings, I should say, like the strong, get it together, or something like that. Everything's beautiful, things like that, because how do I want to say it? Because I wish I would have listened to myself and to others and not went down the road I did, but I went down it for a reason. There has to be a reason on why. And I know my why now, so there it is. Okay, so now I'm just going back through and I'm finishing up with the little bit of embellishments that I do have, and I'm just kind of going through and making sure everything is down, everything is golden, and then I got out these little pods that she made that Hannah made for her mixed media that matches this collection too. And I just spritzed it around, and then that's it. Make sure you do the YouTube-y stuff, like and subscribe. The still shots are coming up. I hope that you guys are all staying safe. Have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.
One plus one is always meant to, but I feel this could be different if I was with you. If I was with you. One plus one is always meant to, but I feel this could be different if I was with you. If I was with you. Cause you come around and I don't know why, but the sun seems brighter in the sky, and all the colors dance faster